This is The Digital Key, Season 2, Chapter 4. I would like to presage this episode by reiterating that non-linearity is outside the ordinary experience of a linear subject representing paths, which may be incorporated into our present, but which we have no memory or experience of. In this episode, we will be resolving the contradiction between the tree of life, the conclusion, with our discussion of compulsion within non-linearity terminating infinite recursion. In the last episode, we attempted to explain how the alignment of actual contradiction in a substrate to a contradictory set and not set limits infinite recursion. In the tree of life, the conclusion, we described three types of love, which describe three types of non-linear intersections that produce affirmation of a negated impulse. In this episode, I would like to explore how it is that force within non-linearity appears as an act of affection or love within linearity, while its opposite within non-linearity. In the last episode, we explored how in negation, there is a contradiction centered around the self, which leads to the negation of sequential impulses within infinite recursion. When this recursion is curtailed by hierarchical compulsion, it represents the reaction of the not set using the hierarchical actor within non-linearity. That is, in the dialectical degeneration, there is a closed dialectical loop whereby the originally negated impulse in the analog structure is reacted to by the not set through the compulsion of the hierarchical actor. That is, in sublimation and verbalization, the dialectical degeneration takes the pathway of infinite recursion, which represents an open dialectical loop across domains, leading to a consensus shift. That is, the synthesis of all those paths of recursion leads to a new artifact of sublimation, a new thesis, which provokes an antithesis amongst all other system members. Or 2, it can be curtailed by a closed loop, whereby the originally negated impulse is met with its opposition, resulting in the transformation of the analog structure to a digital one, defined by a set and not set. Practically, the contradiction we see between the path of parsimony, where within linearity an expression of affection or love can be mirrored by an act of force within non-linearity, represents the closing of the dialectical loop as between the hierarchical actor and the former. But it also represents the contradiction at the heart of the digital structure, which, by its very nature, desires to create a synthesis. That synthesis is represented by preference shifting, whereby a digital structure of one set and not set becomes an analog structure through reverse substitution, before becoming a digital structure again through sequential substitution of a distinct set and not set. That is, the impulse substitution at the heart of preference shifting is a synthesis of the thesis, an antithesis represented by the initially negated impulse, and its not set. In other words, we see compulsion applied hierarchically due to the hierarchical actor, becoming a representative of the not set of the originally negated impulse within non-linearity, a reaction or force in response to the thesis of the negated impulse. We see that this becoming is matched within linearity by non-rigidity in the hierarchy, manifesting as an expression of affection or love. Thus, we see that every impulse is both expressed in a path parallel to linearity, to its fullest expression joining at the origination point, and also the full gamut of paths that descend from its negation, finding their union in the synthesis represented by the substitution of a new set. That's the end of the podcast for today.